Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Randy from Sweet Action Golf. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Randy. I provide private golf instruction in a private studio right here in Sylvania, Ohio. I also create helpful golf content right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, like what you hear, feel free to take a look around. There is some really cool stuff on my channel, some product reviews, uh, some swing tips, some competitive rounds on the simulator golf tour, some fun rounds with friends. Uh, Also, a full lesson. A student was gracious enough to allow me to put a full lesson out on my channel for you guys so that you can see what it's like to come in and work with me. You can see how I teach or what we talk about and what the process is like. Each and every video is recorded that way for the benefit of the student. The video link will be sent privately as soon as the session is over, and you can go back and watch that video as often as you need to understand and master the concepts that we are working on. Today, I'd like to talk about real quick some lower body fundamentals at the address and setup position to make sure we're in the right position to sequence our swing the proper way. The weather is trying to break uh, here in Northwest Ohio and Southeastern Michigan. That sun is going to come back. The warm weather is going to come back. So when you guys get out there and start to be active again, let's make sure we're going about things the right way. Last week I did a quick live lesson where I talked about the upper body fundamentals that we're looking for at address and at setup to make sure we're sequencing our takeaway the right way. So the first thing I want to tell you, and this first tip is brought to you by our fantastic sponsor, Gear Up Sportswear. If you want to look, feel, and play like a pro, you need Gear Up Sportswear in your life. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Terry, for everything that you guys do. Please head over to gearupsportswear.com. New shirts will be in soon. So, one of the most common issues I see that leads me to this first tip is for all level of player, if there has been a long period of inactivity, and I know that the majority of people I talked to at the Toledo Golf Show a couple weeks ago, right around 40% have not been active in the game of golf indoors this winter. They haven't played since last September, October. So one of the most common problems I see to start off with, our guys are way too wide when they come back from a period of inactivity. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, your first tip, let's get narrow, right? It is much easier for us to control, maintain, and manipulate our weight and balance if we are more narrow. If we're too wide and I'm trying to start my takeaway with my shoulders and rotate all my weight to the inside of my heel, that's a very big ask if I am too wide at that point. There's a good chance the weight is going to go outside of my back ankle. That club is going to get stuck behind me, and I'm never going to get back to the ball in a square position. So, tip number one, let's get narrow. Let's get comfortable over the ball, our feet about shoulder width apart, and we just want to be comfortable. We don't want to be too wide. The second tip I'm going to tell you is how our weight should feel in our feet before we even pull that club back. And that tip is brought to you by our other fantastic sponsor, cigardez.com. For personalized, affordable cigar packages at any price point, you need to go visit cigardez.com. Give a call to our friend Jay Menke. He will take care of you. Thank you, Jay, for everything you do. So, the second very, very common mistake I see, not only being too wide, but moving on to the second issue, is everybody likes to gravitate toward their toes, lean in toward the ball before they pull it back. They've been ingrained in them that that is the ready position for athletics on the balls of your feet, ready to move each and any way that you need to. But however, in golf, we're looking for a single point pivot, and that pivot is at the inside of our right heel. So if we're setting up to the ball and we're rocking forward to the point where our heels are coming up off the ground, again, it's going to be a very, very big ask for us to turn and rotate and load up the inside of our right heel when we're all on our toes. So, a very, very quick and simple way to make sure your weight is correct. before you pull that club back, the last thing in your pre-shot routine, you want to make sure you can tap your toes. If you can tap your toes, that means the weight is over your arches, more toward your heels, and not on the balls of your feet. If you are on the balls of your feet and you try to tap those toes, it turns into a march, and we do not want to march. So, moving on, finally, the third tip, and this might be the most important one I have. We are in a desperate, desperate need to get to a well balanced finish. Our footwork, our lower half, our balance is responsible not only for club head power and speed, it is also responsible for quality of contact and consistency of contact. There is a reason why those great players we watch on TV every weekend all finish like a statue, all finish like this. If their goal is to get to a well balanced finish and hold it till the ball hits the apex, the divot comes down, the ball hits the ground, why shouldn't that be our focus as well? We need to have as much control over our weight and balance as we can. So, the final piece of the puzzle for you guys today, tip number 3, I want you guys to start in a dress position. You can have a club in your hand, you can have it crossed over your shoulders, but the end goal here is just to turn and rotate and hold this position. Get as comfortable as you can because this is your happy place. This is where all is right in the world. This is your safe space. We are trying to get to that position. And in here, when I'm teaching in the studio, I'm barking at guys to get to that left corner. We want to show the logo on our hat, the shirt buttons, our belly button, belt buckle, our zipper to that left corner as many times as we can. And if we can keep things simple, turning our left shoulder away from the target, turning our left hip back toward the target to get to that finish, we have a very, very good chance of doing whatever we want with that ball downrange. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Here's a quick look ahead of what's going on with Sweet Action Golf. Earlier this week, I played some rounds. I did not record many of them. I just wanted to work on my game a little bit. We played terrible the first round in the par 3 tournament. However, we come back with a tournament low 9 under round with a bogey. We're going to finish in the top 20 or 25 there. Like I said, that 9 under round is tied for the low round of the tournament. Our simulator golf tour world ranking is up to the 1100, so we are making progress. We played the auto putt tour, and that was no good. Some bad swings, some bad mental choices led to an even par. I think I finished at even par both rounds for that one. And then finally, the SGT Web Tour at Sawgrass, where the guys are playing this weekend. It was a very, very average round of golf. I finished at even par. We're in the top 25. Tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, before the leaders get going on TV, I am going to come back and stream live again on YouTube. That final round, we're going to talk about what's been going on the tour this weekend. The struggles of Scotty Scheffler needs to be addressed and studied as well. He has a wicked, wicked two-way miss going. You guys know how I feel about footwork and balance. Maybe there's something to it with him being on roller skates. I think his timing is just a little bit off here or there, and he's having some second doubts about what equipment is in his bag. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about who is going to make a move today and if there was a hole-in-one or not. I feel very, very confident that there's going to be an ace today, so I hope there is. We've got 70 cracks at it. You would think one of the best players in the world would be able to knock one in with a wedge from, 70 tries. We'll try. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. More live sessions and lesson tips coming next week. I really like doing these for you guys in between my lessons. I do have another one coming in. Like I said, my name is Randy. I provide private golf instruction in a private studio right here in Sylvania, Ohio. I keep it very, very simple. I keep it very, very light. My instruction is rooted in solid, solid fundamentals. If you're interested in working with me, please visit sweetactiongolf.com. Comment on this video. All of my contact information is in my bio. Or If you're not sure yet and you would like some more information, there is a full lesson on my channel. It is called A Full Lesson with Tyler. Feel free to watch that. That is a very good indication of how I operate, how I teach, what we talk about in here, and what you can expect in a session with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Please show me some love. Give me a like, a follow, a share, and a subscription right here on YouTube. Also, Sweet Action Golf on Facebook and Instagram as well. I am praying for better weather. I am dying to go outside and be warm. I hope you guys are too. In the meantime, if you need help with your game, I am here for you. Let's get better together. Let's get some very, very quick results and results that are going to stick around and last. I can help you develop a repeatable, playable, and scoreable motion, delivering lower scores and more enjoyment in the game of golf. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. That's all there is. There is no more. Until next time.